Good morning, fellas. How are we doing today? Dude, it feels like I've been gone forever. It's been, what, 4 days? I took off Thursday from streaming. I had a wedding to go to over the weekend. That feels like I've been gone for a week, man. It was a big thing, big activity. Good morning, gamers. I hope you're ready for the Bagon Shunt, for the rares to continue. Let's quickly say good morning to Abenbag, Glitch, Lamorak, TJ, Cat, Malcolm, Krishna, Level Prod, Soul T, Melvizzy, Cat IRL, Mattport, what's up, fellas? Good morning. Shuckle Knuckle, Hanoi, Fly Happy, good morning to all the early birds getting the worm. How are we doing today, fellas? Wild TJ, Rohan, BJ, Jammer, what's up, fellas? We're at 6,666 encounters exactly today to start the shunt. We've got lures popped, we've got encounters to get, and I'm feeling lucky. So we'll see what happens. We've got two big shinies today in chat. Level Prod finally got their shiny Ditto at 89,437 encounters. That's unbelievable. I know you really stuck to that hunt. Congratulations, man. And then Cat IRL got shiny Charmander in eggs after a year of hunting it. An egg shiny. So impressive, man. Congratulations to you, dude. 3 days ago. Congrats, dude. Yeah, the battle sprites that I use are default ways. Great question. Great question. Guys, I have to show you guys something today that, I'm going to be honest, makes me a little uncomfortable. And I'm going to get your guys' feedback. I think I know my answer to this, but it's honestly really tough. I received the largest donation I've ever received in the mail recently. And I haven't collected it because it feels weird. It's too much. It feels uncomfortable. But here is a donation from Bosco. 22.5 million pure Pokeyen, 10 shiny charms, an Alpha Bulbasaur with correct nature, 3x31, and a 2012 Ditto. If we're talking about streamer privilege, I mean, here it fucking is. This is unbelievable. And let's actually listen to his words and see what he says. As you are the one that got me playing this game, I wanted to do something for you before I quit. I didn't send you any shinies because I know you won't take them. I'd appreciate that. So I decided to give you some money and charms for event season and your shunts. I loved your videos and probably watched every single video. Keep up the good work and the best of luck in PokeMMO and in real life. Stuff like this is so complicated because as much as I appreciate donations, I'll take it. Don't feel weird. I won't feel weird. As much as I appreciate donations, stuff like this is just so much that it's really extreme, you know? And I don't want to take shinies. OT shinies I won't take because it's not worth the value for me. Just keep your OT shinies, right? Now, when it does come to Pokeyen and stuff, I don't mind taking Pokeyen donations. But the other part of this that I worry about is I don't like taking stuff from people when they quit. When people say they're quitting the game or taking a break or whatever, I usually encourage them to keep their stuff just in case they come back. Everybody's in chat. I'll take it off your hands, Pat. Okay, come on, guys. The two options are, and I thought about this a lot. The two options are I either take this as a token of appreciation for my content and just, you know, appreciate that and take it nicely, or I return it because it's just too much. Those are the two options, and I've thought about it a lot, and I probably am going to end up accepting it, but I'm still, maybe that's just me giving into my greed. I don't know, right? It's a weird. It just feels like so much to give. I don't like when people give out stuff when they quit. But at the same time, it is often explained to me by people who do donate to me in game, like, hey, I don't really have the financial means to donate to you IRL on stream and stuff, which is something I do accept. But I do have some stuff in game, and if that can save you some time so you can focus on making content or spending that Pokeyen on content, aka buying loot boxes, or even like buying breeders, like the amount of times I have to like spend a couple mil here, you know, there, or like even like breeding good Patrouski OT Pokemon to give out to my stream viewers who redeem Twitch points. There's little bits of Pokeyen here and there, but I use Pokeyen as a resource. I don't mind, but like it's so much, you know, like I could sit on this, you know, this could do content forever. It's so much, but I know I'm just going back and forth, but I've thought about it a lot. I think I am going to accept it, but it's a tough one, man. And maybe I don't know, you know, it's a weird amount, but it's unbelievable from Bosco, and I do really appreciate it. Pat, I got a 2012 Abra for 5K. How much should I sell it for? Nice snipe, dude. Absolutely nice snipe. You know what? Let's go ahead and check. Let's do Abra Let's do more filters, the same way you would price check any Pokemon. But you know what? 2012 mons are kind of interesting. The cheapest Abra I'm seeing is 500k. I think it's totally fair to list it around that price. Last listed 6 hours ago, 10 hours ago, etc. I think it's fair to, definitely fair to go at least like 500k. You could go longer if you want to sit on it longer. That's probably okay, but I'd probably go 500k, maybe 5 to 800, somewhere in that range. It's up to you. Is there any camo-like vanities? I love that you're asking for that. I don't know. Is there? I think there is like some military... Is there camo? That's a really funny question. Military cap. I knew there was something. Yeah, there you go. Military cap. Looking kind of slick. Got some military uniform. It's kind of a good meme. Hey, Pat, I whisper you, I got 2 Shalphas. You're joking. I need street. You're joking. I need source. Thank you for the shiny charm, by the way, Aben Bag. That man, Minul just got a Shalpha Miltank recently. How did you get a second one? Got another Shalpha after... I almost don't believe... but he's gonna link it to me. What? He's not lying. This guy got 2 Shalpha... Wild Shalphas? You got 2 wild Shalphas within like a month's time? No shot. What are the... What? That is unbelievable, man. Talk about skill gap to them in 1 week. What the heck is happening? Here, he linked it. Let's see. Persian and Miltank. No way. He timer balled it like a Giga Chad. You are trolling. What? Both wild caught. Dude. No way. I know I'm just stopping everything from the stream and just stalling for content and just stunned, but it's just unbelievable. That is unironically one of the luckiest things I've ever seen in the game. Ever. That is really impressive. That is some historical shit right there, man. Congratulations. Yeah, getting 2 Shalpha OTs in the wild is already unbelievably crazy, let alone within a week. That is insanity. Pat, what's the best FPS limit in PokeMMO? Dude, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it fucking matters. I have like 1,000. My FPS is like capped at 1,000. It shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, your FPS is not gonna impact your gameplay or your smoothness for the most part. The shiny consumption rate information is really important. 40% is really interesting. Would love to know how many are being consumed for pearls versus breeding. That is true. I would assume it's more for breeding, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm so glad we finally got some data on that. The more data released, the better. But well, for like the real genuine players, but it could be a little risky in certain situations, I assume. I love when the devs give us a little bit of inside information, a little bit of the back end and stuff. For example, dude, who saw the Reddit post recently? I have a video coming out on it soon. There was it's already out by the time this stream recap is up, but for the live viewers, there was a Reddit post of someone claiming they didn't bot and they got unfairly banned, and then Q came in and said, your script was dog shit, mate, and fucking absolutely dunked on him in front of fucking all of the PokeMMO Reddit. It was kind of a good meme. It just happens all the time. And like I always say, I get people coming into my stream and my YouTube comments saying that they've been unfairly banned all the time. Being like the main content creator for the game, that just happens a lot. My response is almost always, I'm really sorry to hear that. If you're truly unfairly banned, I hope you get unbanned. I wish you the best of luck, right? Like, because like I'm never gonna sit there and assume that someone was like, you know, unrightfully banned. I'm never gonna assume one way or the other. Statistically, there's like a 99.9% chance that person probably was banned fairly and probably, you know, did bot or whatever, doesn't want to admit to it. It's very human. It happens. We've all been there. We've all been caught hand deep in the cookie jar, mom coming in, chocolate all over our face, and she says, you know, Patrick, what the fuck are you doing? It's about to be dinner time. And I say, oh, it wasn't me, it was my brother, I swear. Well, you know, fucking, you know, humans will be caught red-handed and still like try to deny our responsibility. It's one of the worst behaviors that we like fall into. But the point of this is, what was the point of this? The point of this is something. The sad part about all of it is that it fear mongers people. Oh, I was talking about the 99. So 99.9% chance statistically that they're probably wrong, but I never want to assume that. Still, it's very possible they're the 0.01% or they were unfairly banned. It just, you know, that's unfortunately that happens. So I mean, that's how I feel. I try to never assume, you know, malicious intent. Or I try to always just stay neutral because I don't want to assume one or the other. I just wish them the best. But the follow up, which I talk about more in the video, the saddest thing about people who, when people, for the 99.9%, when they do get banned because they did fuck up, the saddest part of it all is that when they go try to claim they didn't bot and they were unfairly banned, they make it 1,000 times harder for that 0.01%, which is the really sad part. That's the really, really sad part. When, you know, cringy people are making it harder for the genuine people to, you know, fight that. It's really, really sad, and it's really unfortunate. False bans are always possible. They are always possible. That is true. The same way it is possible, well, I shouldn't say not the same way for a unicorn. It is possible that someone could get struck by lightning. Absolutely. And it happens. But yeah, we have to, does that mean we should wear rubber shoes all the time to, you know, avoid? The sad part is I saw so many people, so many comments of people saying stuff like, I'm scared to play on iOS now because this guy's claiming he only got banned because he used to play on iOS. I get comments all the time of people saying, hey, I'm scared to trade alt account, you know, funds or trade between alt accounts because I'm scared of getting banned. That is really sad to me because that's bullshit. That'll never happen. That is fear mongering from people trying to make excuses who did deserve to get banned, and that's really that is the saddest part to me, is when you are so deep into your own mind and you're so deluded to where you're trying to make excuses to where you hurt other people. That really disappoints me. Yeah, do you really think that if playing on iOS just flagged you for botting unfairly, that wouldn't be like a massive issue that they'd be aware of? Like, so many people play on iOS. It's just an unbelievable thing to claim. There's a guy who plays Pokemon PS3. That's fucking incredible. That is actually awesome. Any way to run 2 clients at the same time on PC? No. And any way to get around that will get you banned. That's a big part of the rule. And the reason they do that is to cut down on bot farms. Since it's actually kind of shocking. Wait, I gotta look for this. Wait. I need to make a video on this. Barrels linked me a thing recently talking about how, I think it was, they banned like 8,000 accounts. Let me see this. Oh, I need to read through this. And for those who don't know, it was like they banned 8,000 accounts in like a couple of weeks or something like that. That is a really small bot ban wave. It's kind of unbelievable. The botting problem in PokeMMO, for a free-to-play MMO, only 8,000 accounts in a week, that's really good. Let me actually bookmark this. If you're coming from RuneScape, where they're banning like hundreds of thousands, millions of accounts per fucking month, it's unbelievable. It's absolutely crazy. Versus PokeMMO's botting problem is so much smaller because the game's less popular, but also because of that inability to multi-box. Now, I would love the ability to multi-box. I love it so much in games. It makes me very happy, but it's a huge way they're able to crack down on botting, so it's probably worth the cost, you know? I've gotten this question a lot recently too, so I want to clear it up for all the new players. You absolutely can play multiple accounts on multiple different devices on the same IP. That's totally okay. If you're shiny hunting on your desktop, your laptop, and your tablet, like 3 devices, that's totally fine. You can totally do that. Moxie Mozzie is famous for, he constantly dual streams a double PC setup, and he streamed his entire shiny hunting on 2 accounts all the time, and he's obviously never been banned because it's not against the rules. Yo, what's up, Trexies? But yeah, playing on different devices is absolutely correct. Absolutely, totally fine. You have to think about what's the reason why does that rule exist? If you're ever worried about breaking a rule, ask yourself why that rule exists. And if you don't know, ask someone else. Ask me. The reason why you're unable to multi-box on one device is to prevent bot farming. This happens with RuneScape. This happens with any free-to-play MMO, any free-to-play online game. You're essentially able to load up like 20, especially like lower graphical games. You can load, because a good computer could probably run like 20 to 50 instances of PokeMMO, right? And just like run back and forth and bot, and that'd be really, really dangerous. Versus if a quote-unquote bot farm, someone has to like buy multiple PCs, like blah, blah, they're not going to bot Pokemon. They're just going to go bot RuneScape or bot some other game. And people are most of the time just going to be idiots who are botting their own personal accounts and getting those banned. Botting gets cracked down on really hard in PokeMMO because of that rule. Now, what I always say, I wish there was some way around it, because I love multi-boxing, I love playing multiple accounts, but if that's the way they like crack down on botting to such an extreme extent, given their small team, I think it's super worth the trade-off. They should make PokeMMO Go so that PokeMMO players can go outside. That's my worst nightmare, man. Okay, come on, chill out. What's the best moveset for Gallade? That's a good question. Dude, I could have told you like the NU set, but I'm sure with sharpness, it just changes, right? Do you still run Shadow Sneak? Is it just not worth running Shadow Sneak due to sharpness? I genuinely don't know. That's a question for PvP stats. Going to OU. Looking for the boy Delayed. It's not going to tell you the moves, unfortunately, but you'll see Life Orb, Adamant over Jolly. You see 41% Jolly, though. You could really probably go either, depending on your team and what, you know, speed tier your team needs. Sharpness ability. I would go ahead and maybe check. There might be a good forum post about it on the PokeMMO forums, like great PvP players talking about it. My Discord also has a PvP discussion. There's some really great players there that I'm sure are great to ask, as well as you could always check the GTL. That's kind of what I do sometimes. I check the GTL and I see what competitive Gallades, what movesets they have. What are the limits of multiple devices? What if I used a Raspberry Pi? What if I used 10? What if I used all 100 control? So if you controlled them all by one controller, that's probably a problem, right? That would probably be a problem. I could be wrong. I would guess that's an issue. I would say as long as it's like one normal device you're able to control, it's probably fine. I don't know enough about Raspberry Pis. It might be something. I don't have the tech experience. You might want to ask in the forums. Ask in the forums to double check. But I think if you are controlling each account individually, that's good. If you're controlling all of them by one controller, that's probably an issue. But I could be. It's just general common sense, right? Like, once again, I said this earlier. If you're wondering if something you're doing is against the rules, ask yourself, why is that rule in place? This can just be used for like, why are things elite? This is like used for like common knowledge law as well. Why is stealing bad? Because it hurts people's feelings when you steal from them, and it takes control of their property that you didn't earn. Like, why is murder bad? Because most people don't like being murdered. You're taking control of someone's autonomy and doing what you want to do. Like, these are bad things. Like, you have to think about why are these things bad, right? Hey Pat, what's a good amount of money you should have to be considered rich in the game? This is going to be a wildly different perspective. Ho ho ho! We got Santa here. This is going to be a very different answer depending on who you are and your goals. It just depends on what you want to do, right? Like, if you don't care about, I always say there's two different types of wealth. There is the person who just wants to like shiny hunt for free, hang out, like do their memes, play some PvP, buy a couple cheap vanities, yada yada, and just kind of hang out. You can like kind of do everything in the game for the most part. You can do almost everything within PokeMMO if you have like 12 mil cash. Unironically, almost everything. However, there's two things that are out of your reach unless you have hundreds of millions of Pokeyen. If you want to egg hunt for a rare shiny or buy very expensive rare vanities. Those are the two things where rich, quote unquote, goes from like 12 mil cash to like 300 to 600 mil. That would be my, like, there's two different types of rich. You can be rich with 10 to 15 mil, and then I would say you can be rich with, the next step after is like 300 to 600. If you have enough Pokeyen to do multiple egg hunts or buy like one scythe, I would say I think once you have scythe money, I'd say that's rich. For those who don't know, the cheapest scythe right now is currently 520 mil on the GTL. So if you have scythe money, I'd say that's like the vanity that is the benchmark for being quote unquote rich in PokeMMO. One of my biggest goals in the game is to get a pink shiny Dex. What do you think about that? I absolutely love goals like that. And Juicy Tech in the power of Juju. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, man. I super appreciate it. Did you see the guy on the forums that hatched all the Kanto starters shiny? That's what I want to do. No, that's awesome. Get like shiny Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. It's a really cool collection. I think there's someone in Team Mister who has all the fossils, if I'm not mistaken. I think the guy has like Kabuto, Aerodactyl, and Ammonite, which is really, really cool. That shit's awesome. It almost reminds me of like mini sets in like trading card games. Like going for like complete mini sets like that is super interesting. Pat, thoughts on a feature that lets you grind alphas into ability pills? I love the idea of a separate alpha sync, because that would really allow things like alpha Miltanks. That's actually, you're onto something there. Now, is ability pill the right item for that? I don't know, but adding something like that would allow Pokemon like Kangaskhan, like female only alpha species, things like Kangaskhan, things like Miltank, these Pokemon that get just absolutely dirt piss cheap as alphas. I know Jinxes get really cheap as well. These things that are just disgustingly cheap, you know, Jigglypuffs, it would allow them to have more of a floor of value. Because like for me, I just don't, if it's an alpha Miltank or like an alpha Kangaskhan, like I could go shiny check it, but I don't even waste my time going to catch them. Because if I'm gonna go waste, you know, even like 5 to 15 minutes for 10k, maybe like 15 to 20k with the XP candies or whatever, like I just don't care. Now, if you want to add, I don't know if the item should be ability pills. I think keeping ability pills a really solid Pokémon sync is probably better, but I'm all for adding an alpha sync to the game. Absolutely. It's a great idea. Apparently, wait a minute. Apparently, Monkey Business sniped an unbelievable... Look at this Cloyster, man. Shiny Cloyster. Well, not just shiny. Secret shiny. Dude, the IVs as well. What the hell? Secret shiny Cloyster. Wait. What? Wait, I'm sorry. Shalphas secret shiny Cloyster. What? For 22 mil? Monkey, dude, congratulations. What the fuck? Let's price check this. How do you even price check something like this? It's just so astronomically. Secret Shalphas are really fucking rare. For those who don't know, it's 1 out of what, 480k, 1 out of 460k, and you only have that one encounter on the out. That is unbelievable. That is literally staggering. What the fuck? Okay, a monkey's a goat. Yeah, that is unbelievable. Let's just do alpha secret shinies and see how many are on the GTL. We see one. There is a singular secret Shalphas on the GTL. Literally just one other. And it's a Nidoking for 230 mil. He got this for 22 mil. That is unbelievable. That is like a 200 to like 300 mil unbelievable flip. Dude, congratulations. That is crazy. I should honestly go for more snipes like that on stream, dude. Getting snipes like that is one of the most dopamine rushing, like incredible things. Like equal to that of shiny hunting with like crazy snipes like that. It's so fun, man. Damn, you also sniped this shiny Ditto for 13 mil, which seems expensive for a 1x31 Ditto. But dude, look at all these particles. These are all limited particles for the most part. This is a boss for defeating the Pumpkin. That is incredible. Wow, on a shiny Ditto. Pumpkin in 2019, Halloween 2020. Dude, honestly, a Gigabrain strat. Oh my god, I should maybe buying shiny Dittos to put like limited particle effects on is... That might be some secret Gigabrain shit. Now, is it worth the long-term memes? I don't know, but that's actually really fucking interesting. It's like a 100 mil Ditto. Dude, I clearly don't know nearly enough about particle effects on shiny Dittos, but that is so interesting, man. Use one of your shiny rats and see how expensive you could make it? Wait, that's kind of Gigabrain. That is incredible. I really... It's funny, I actually don't put... I probably should start putting... limited particle effects on my like shiny Shuckle or stuff, but like I don't know, man. I don't like, for a long time I didn't like adding particle effects to shinies, but I think I might be changing on that take, which is kind of dumb that I missed some of the memes. Rich is one of my rats and it's worth like 800 mil. That's hilarious, just from like rare particle effects. Dude, particle effects, I talked about it recently in one of my recent stream recaps, are just so slept on. Certain particle effects are so rare. Someone commented on that video. I talked about how like they're not really that desired and they're not really that good of a vanity. Someone said that in PvP, especially, particle effects are like super respected and super like desired because I mean it makes sense you're flexing on your opponent directly. That makes a lot more sense, you know. What tier can I make the most effective stall team? Now someone could correct me because I'm not very up to date on PvP and I'm just not that good. I don't think stall is that good in PokeMMO. I really just, from my understanding, it's a very fast metagame. We have the teleport buff for pivoting. We have the PP nerf for all the healing moves. We don't have a fairy type to tank like Dracos or have immunities for dragon stuff. I really just don't think, I don't think stall is that good. I don't think stall is like very good in any tier. Maybe like UU. Well, didn't Bronzong just get moved? I'm aware it's not good. I just enjoy being the guy who plays stall. Okay, fucking based. Fair. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Dude, fair enough. Stall is only good if you're good at playing it. Dude, I mean, fair enough. What's the best tier for stall right now? I feel like NU has not been good for stall for a really long time because we've seen Metacham and Blaziken are just so hyper offensive. I feel like UU is up there for being one of the best. You have things like Donphan pretty high tier. You had Bronzong. Crobat even goes like semi-defensive with like, yeah, Black Sludge and Rocky Helmet. Like it's not like a super offensive power threat. Empoleons. I feel like UU is probably your best bet. I feel like that's a great piece of advice from Park. Go watch any Madara match from any tournament. Watching players, oh man, I need to get Park's insight on like what I would love to recommend players, good players to watch and spectate and like VOD review on how to improve in certain like levels of play and certain team compositions. That is a very special level of like learning and like getting deep into PokeMMO, you know? If I want to get into PvP, do my Pokemon need to be at least 5 times 31 to be competitive? Not at all, in my opinion. Maybe I just overestimate it, but from my understanding from the numbers and everything, dude, if you go like, it depends on the Pokemon, but like for walls, yeah, even Park, who's like very good for a long time, says not at all. Yeah, I think you absolutely don't need 5 times 31s. I feel like you'll see, I could be wrong, someone could correct me, but I feel like there are people who are top 100 in the game who are using like 2 times 31, 25 plus in the other stats. Or like, you know, correct nature is very important. What I always recommend for something like a good example is a mon like Garchomp, you know, one of the most used Pokemon in PvP. You want to go like 31 attack, 31 speed, jolly nature, and like 20 to 25 plus in the defenses. You do need like decent defenses on Garchomp, so like 25 plus HP, 25 plus, maybe 23, 20, whatever, right, on HP and defense, and like you can go 20 plus in special defense, unless you're tank Garchomp, but that's different. Another good example could be something like Infernape. Infernape is an offensive powerhouse who's an absolute glass cannon. If someone, you know, had a 3 times 31 Infernape, let's say it was 3 times 30, it was 31 attack, 31 special attack, 31 speed, naive nature, and, you know, it was, then like the defenses were like 15 plus, right? That's total. I think that's fine. I think going like on something like Infernape, where it's already so unbelievably frail, if you just go 3 times 31, correct nature, and like the defenses and HP is shit, you're probably gonna get the same. You're gonna get the same effect out of the Pokemon, right? Some metas need low IVs, certain things. So wait, this is I love you, Park, for linking specific direct examples. So this is Park, and he says I won my official, it was your doubles tournament, official tournament with these 3 Pokemon in my team. This is not even, this isn't ranked open, you know, PvP. This is official memes. This is still very, very good to be fair, much better than I expected, but still. But look at this, like this Salamence, like this man won an official with this Salamence. Like, it's still a very good like this is an extremely good Salamence. 27 plus in every stat. The Hitmontop is very good. Having not throwing Hitmontop can matter. Having the correct move sets, playing correctly, like I really do think in PokeMMO especially, correct play just outweighs so much other stuff. Now there are times where it's like if you're using like 20 plus mods and like if you and your opponent both play the same level of skill, but you have like a Miltank with like only 20 HP defense, like that can matter. Like certain things can matter for sure. If you're playing the same skill level, but like honestly, this is kind of a smashing head in the wall, dumb monkey brain take, but I like, if you want to do like the Rock Lee strat, dude, playing, this is Giga Brain. Playing is kind of dumb. Playing PokeMMO PvP with like dog shit IV Pokemon is essentially just wearing like 50-pound weights while running. You're like training to have to win and have to outplay your opponent based on skill and not having the advantage. It's actually unbelievably Giga Brain. To try to outskill your opponent through the disadvantage by going like really low IV mons. It's kind of Giga Brain, kind of Rock Lee Strats. I'm just saying, kind of respectable, kind of based. Wait, you can get 255 EVs on a Pokemon? Not anymore. Now it maxes at this is a bad example, at 252, right? So nowadays 252, the number becomes green, and that's your max. Back in the day, back in like 2013, you could EV train a Pokemon to 255. Now, it's actually a disadvantage. The reason why they changed it to 252 being max is because EVs are distributed by 4 EVs equate to 1 stat. So 252 is divisible by 4, but 255 isn't. So what that means is those extra 3 EVs that you put from 52 to 55 just literally don't do anything, and they're just a waste. Apparently, if you list a 255 mon on GTL, it resets it. That's so sad. Yeah, I don't have any of my. I used to have so many. Every Pokemon was trained to 255, but I haven't seen a 255 in game in a long time. So yeah, I would love to see a. I haven't seen one in a long time. I'd love to own one. I'm sad that I don't think any of my mons have. Yeah, I don't think any of my mons have 255 EVs. I must have traded them, or I don't know. I must have done something with them. Listed them all at some point. Wow. Yeah. No. Here's a good example. This one's on the GTL. Look at that. Whoa, 2012 Nidoking, 255 attack EVs. I haven't seen that in so long. That is no longer, this is no longer doable in the game. That is so interesting. I haven't, dude, this used to be the norm, but I haven't seen this number in so long. It's such an interesting little, there's so much interesting PokeMMO history like that, man. Oh man, it's so sick. If I set up a race to promote you, to help promote you, brother, I'll throw you like 100K or whatever, everything is fair. I played for years and I'm moving on, sadly, but I want the community to have the rest of my money. A race for cash. I think you want to do some sort of community event to give away your Pokémon. I really encourage you to host it yourself, man, and just kind of, you know, pop. I'm happy to advertise stuff like that to some extent. As long as it's not like personal. But if you're trying to like give out Pokémon, I think doing hide and seek is really cute. Some people will be like, oh, you know, show like I can like show a small screenshot in my Discord. Impromptu, and be like, hey, first one to find me and trade me on channel 3, I'll trade them like all my Pokemon, you know, whatever. People do that sometimes, and it's kind of cool. All right, quick break from the shiny charm. I'm gonna do 2 things. I am gonna, first of all, thanks Soulboy for the 3K. Thank you for that donation. Hi man, how you doing? I'm going to accept, I mean, the craziest donation I've ever received. So first things first, thank you to Bosco. This is unbelievable, and it kind of feels like too much, but I hope that my content makes it worth it. And sorry to the average player who is streaming unfair streamer advantage right now at your screen. I can't even blame you, honestly, based and fair. 36 million Pokémon. That is unbelievable. I'm gonna keep this message. That's crazy. But now, since he gave me Pokémon, you know what I can do? Pump it into fucking content, fellas. I'm gonna buy a donator status, and we are going to pop that, and then we're gonna get our shunt on. Okay, so thank you, Bosco, for making that possible. Okay, thank you so much. That is just an unbelievable, unfathomable bout of support. And that creates time to start egg hunting. Honestly, invest in. Yeah, I invest the 30 million Kobans. Maybe eyes emoji. 20 million Kobans. Let's go. Yeah, 20 million Kobans, 13 million bunny tails. Let's go, fellas. Spend it up. There's your 30 mil for event season. Yes. Unironic. Like, that is one of the best timings for this kind of donation. It's just so nice, and like, I do really appreciate it. I think a lot of people, and dude, it's only a fair summarization. A lot of people will see, you know, I play PokeMMO for a living. They'll say, oh, you get to play video games for a living. I play PokeMMO way less now that I play it for a living versus before. I probably only play the game. I say only, but obviously like it's probably more than the average person. I probably only play the game like 4 hours a day average, and the other 6 to 12 hours of my day is spent editing, exporting, scripting, brainstorming ideas, recording for my side channel, like just doing other stuff, sitting still and recording, yada yada. I don't actually get to spend that much time shiny hunting and playing. It's more so making content surrounding the game. Not to complain about that, I love it to death, and I think it almost adds a whole new level of enjoyment and a whole new way to enjoy. For me, it's like my favorite things to do in PokeMMO are number 1, shiny hunting, number 2, content. Number 3, I consider it a part of the game. And then number 3, money making, number 4, PvP, stuff like that, right? I consider it just a part of the game. But yeah, that's enough of that ramble. All right. Abenbag popped the charm. I'm going to pop the dono and the lore. You're a madman, man. Thank you so much, Abenbag. I appreciate it. So we're now at 15% increased shiny rate. I believe you go to... Okay, give me a lore encounter. Hello? We're going to bring up the calculator really quick. We go to 27,000. Then we take another 0.5% off that. So we do 27,000 minus 1350. And this is our current shiny rate. 1 out of 25,650. We'll see if we get lucky today, fellas. Is there a reward for completing the Alpha Dex? There is not. Probably, well, first things first, it's probably because you can just buy the Alpha Dex completion. So if there's a reward for it, it's a little funny versus you have to go catch wild all the COD OT ones. I kind of wish there was still a small reward. It'd be kind of cool if it was a small reward. Or it's just kind of fun. I love the completionist aspect of completing the Alpha Dex. Any move suggestions for Scizor? You can do a couple different sets with Scizor, but okay. This is one of the few Pokemon that I actually feel very confident giving an opinion on because I have researched Scizor so much because I hate Scizor so much. And if you hate playing against something, there's two things. You could sit there and baby rage about it and not do it, or you can learn everything you possibly can about that Pokemon and how to counter it, run calculations, etc., etc. The best Scizor set, in my opinion, and the set that causes the most problems and is just so powerful and so strong is just Choice Band Scizor. Choice Band Scizor is so good. Being able to take advantage of Technician, Bullet Punch, Scizor is just so unbelievable. Choice Band, Bullet Punch, Close Combat. You can go... People go Bug Bite, I believe. There's a couple different options. You can go X Scizor. Or is Bug Bite just better than X Scizor because you get the boost? Oh, U-turn. What am I? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just forgetting. Okay. Yeah, U-turn, Choice Band. The main two things that make Scizor so powerful are Choice Band Bullet Punch and Choice Band U-turn. Those two moves are just unbelievable on it. Pursuit too. Yeah, I've seen people run Pursuit, and I've seen AFC Adino sometimes run Thief, which is fucking cool. So you can do Thief, you can do Pursuit, you can do U-turn, and then I think it's Close Combat now, right? Close Combat is fucking unbelievable. If you predict, one of the craziest things about Scizor, and one of the things that I hate the most, is if you predict the Magnezone switch-in, which is pretty easy to do since it's, you know, if your opponent has a Magnezone and you have Scizor, if you predict the switch-in and you bring in your Scizor and they're going to switch in Magnezone, if you click CC, you one-shot Magnezone, which is unbelievable because it's like supposed to be a hard fucking counter, but you can actually one-shot any normal like timid. It's so nuts. So yeah, Scizor's very good. My level 99 Meowth was evolved as I was hit by a captcha while I was farming Payday with Magnet Charm active. I could not solve the cryptic picture in time and ended up with a Persian. Great experience. I would have rather come home and seen my wife getting railed by another man. Jesus. Honestly, dude, that is actually... I've never heard of that. I wonder if there's a way to... That is unironically dreadful and really fucking unlucky, and I'm really sorry to hear that happened. I don't know if there's a way around that. That just sounds... That fucking sucks, man. It kind of sucks that's even possible. I'm gonna be honest. Like, captures are a good thing, but... Maybe that'd be a good like support ticket, or a good that'd be a good like forum suggestion to be like, hey, can we at least prevent captchas on like evolutions? Maybe that's but then maybe bots would abuse that by canceling evolutions permanently, and that's a tough. This is really shitty, but my best advice would probably just be to just not be paydang while you're leveling your mouth from not leveling your mouth, but that's not really any advice, you know. That just sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. That's just unfortunate. As the days go on, I honestly want to evolve my Spinarak into a Ariados more and more. It would be so much better as an Ariados. I could actually use it in PvP, which would be really fun. It's just dog shit in PvP, but it's kind of cool, and like I don't know. I also really like shiny Ariados. I think I might even like shiny Ariados more than Spinarak, but I constantly go back and forth on this because once I evolve this from a Spinarak to an Ariados, I can never go back. I can never breed it back down since it is a Giftmon. So if I were to want to get shiny Spinarak again, I'd have to go shunt for another Spinarak and then breed that down. Also, shiny Spinarak is kind of a meaningful shiny to me because one of my best friends, Joshua, who might be in chat, Joshua got a shiny Spoder, I think from... Did you also win yours from a catch event, Josh? Or was yours wild caught? But Josh also got a shiny Spinarak, and that was... I don't know, that was really true. I like... And that was really meaningful. I remember that back in like 2013, 2015. Like, I remember my friends getting their shinies and how meaningful that was to them and all that stuff. And yep. Here's Parks Rattata. He was talking about... He said this was worth like 800 mil. Now, I have no idea how to... I have no idea the value of like particle effect shinies. What is this from? 2017 Pokemon Mansion, bunch of limited particle effects. I don't know, but it's definitely cool. It's definitely cool. I don't think it's 800, but a few hundred mil though. Yeah, I have no idea. So honestly, I can't even. Yeah, no idea. When Halloween comes around, what should we be hoarding? What should we hoard like during the event? I mean, it depends on what the vanities are and stuff and what you want to do. There's so many different strategies. This is a very general, and I go over this in my how to prepare for the Halloween event if you haven't seen that guide. My general rule when it comes to money making during events is to sell everything during the first half of the event and buy everything during the second half. So while everything's at its peak price and in huge supply, I sell all sealed product, all of it. I sell everything in the first half, and then in the second half, I start to buy investments and slowly buy stuff that I want to pick up. You don't want to wait too long because then people start like it's a tough timeline to get perfectly okay, but it's literally just sell high, buy low, you know, sell low, buy high, yeah, based. 7,000 encounters on the dot, though, kind of pog. I'm currently at, like, what, 31 OT Shinies? I'd love to recalc my Shiny rate sometime soon. I calced it a bit back, and I did, like, a full video covering it. I could kind of just pick up from where I left off and just run with those numbers. I would love to, yeah, recalc my Shiny rate at some point. Hello, I released my Shiny Rat a while back as I was cleaning boxes. Is there a way to get it back? You could shoot your shot at a support request, man, at a ticket, but I don't think so. That is a huge fear of mine, is accidentally releasing a shiny. I've accidentally released a back in like 2017 when I came back to the game. I accidentally released a PVM level 100 Tyranitar. It was my best PVM one of them, and that was a gut punch. I can't imagine. Man, dude, I'm really sorry. That's brutal. One of my lifelong PokeMMO goals, Dave Durin, is literally that. To be breeding a competitive Pokemon for PvP and it just randomly popping out shiny. That is one of the, like... I feel like that must be one of the most satisfying shinies to ever happen. That sounds like so much fun. I've done, like, breeding extravaganzas in different videos and, like, in-game, you know, events, like to, like, eventually go for that, right? Which is really cool. I think my Lapras stayed for, like, 7 or 8 balls. That's, like... The fucked thing is, which is more of a gut punch, do you guys think? Sorry to even talk about this clue. Which is more of a gut punch? Would you rather a rare shiny in the Safari Zone stay for like 7 or 8 balls? Or would you rather it just flee on like the first to second ball? Which is harder? Which is a harder pill to swallow? I don't know the answer. I don't know. I feel like 8 balls sounds more painful to me. I think I'd almost rather get it over with quickly. I feel like the long back and forth and dude, that sounds like you're building. It's like fuck. You're like building more attachment. It's like the character development. You're like building more attachment to this Pokemon, and then it simply is pretty painful. Like it's really tough. Yeah, the 7-8 makes it's like an abusive relationship. Like it makes you that you could catch it. Oh, dude, it's brutal, dude. They're both just tough. They're just both really big pills to swallow. Yeah, you guys are kind of convincing me to go to the Safari. Yeah, okay, now I go to Safari to Shunt. Dude, you guys are kind of tempting me to go to the Safari. Should I? Question mark. Should I? I've had good luck in the past with my Shuckle. I'm 100% catch rate for my Safari shinies. Should I risk it, fellas? What's a good rate for egging boxes per hour? This is a great question. Casey actually asked me this exact question recently. So this is assuming decent-ish mechanical skill, and this is also assuming you have good custom strings to be able to speed up the egging process. In my opinion, I think 360 eggs is what you should aim for. So ending up with 360 eggs is kind of like the bare minimum. It's kind of what you should aim, not bare minimum. I should say that's a good hour. That's what we should aim for. If you can do like 400 plus, I'd say that's a very good hour. I don't think many people can do that. It's very good. If you're doing like 420 to 430 plus, I'd say that's like a god hour. And then if you're doing like 480 plus, that's Karoshi levels. That's a different, you're built different. You're an Osu player. You're unhinged. You drink a fucking case of Mountain Dews a day. You're just dealing with a different kind of breed there, man. All right, fellas, I think it's time. Let me run through the rest of this lore, but I'm down to switch it up. What are you drinking? Cherry, zero sugar, cherry, naturally and artificially flavored cola. Great question. Some off-brand memes. Let me finish up this lore. We're gonna switch up locations. I love Bagon, but you gotta mix it up, okay? You gotta mix it up. Have some fun stuff. Get out of the cave. Get some grassy, maybe some rocky beach locations. We'll see what happens. It's safari shunting time, fellas. Is it the rocky? What's the area? Is it Rocky Beach for Lapras? I don't even like care about Lapras that much, but it's like, I think it's Rocky Beach. But it's kind of, I love purple shinies, and it's a great big purple shiny, so I think it's right here, right? Yeah, Tom's here. We literally see Tom here in game. Safari shunting, my biggest fear. My biggest dream come true. MT Birchfield, fellow PokeMMO content creator, says, does a bear have 2 legs and 2 arms or 4 legs? The important, hard-hitting questions, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it has 2 legs, 2 arms. I feel like bears hop up on their hind legs enough to sometimes go for the kangaroo jack, like punching style. I'm gonna say 2 arms, 2 legs, personally. Okay, there's Joel's here at this location too. Perfect. I think Celebi is absolutely on the chopping block to possibly be added to PokeMMO. That's just my opinion. Maybe it's way too good with like Nasty Plot and stuff, right? It doesn't get Tail Glow, right? I don't think so, right? Or like Calm Mind would be good. I think Celebi is doable in PokeMMO as a quote-unquote legend. It's technically a mythical, correct? What's your least favorite shiny? I've said it a million times. Dewgong, man. Fuck Dewgong. It's just not cool as a Pokemon, not cool design-wise, and the shiny sucks. Scyther's shiny definitely was unfortunate. How cool would Scyther's shiny have been? I love the idea of Scyther being like an orange or red. Like imagine if shiny Scyther had the same color as Scizor. Like, dude, wait. Dude, that would have been perfect. Scizor gets like the green that Scyther has, right? They just like, okay, a little more yellow to be fair. But imagine he gets the green that Scyther has and Scyther gets his red. Dude, Scyther would have been like one of my favorite shinies. Like that he would actually be one of my favorites if that was the case. That would be unbelievable. Is this the best area for Lapras shunting? Yes, it actually is. 20% chance, I believe, of encountering Lapras here, and then I think you catch it like 33% of the time or something, which is a little terrifying, but it's still the best way. It's still better than an egg shunt. Yeah, going back and forth, up and down between these 2 rocks is honestly genius here. I'm used to left to right movement, but yeah. If you guys only had 2 Pokemon to beat all 5 regions in PokeMMO, which 2 Pokemon would you pick? It's pretty easy, honestly. Moxie Gyarados and Moxie Crocodile. Bam, there you go. Easy peasy, sweeperino. Hey Pat, where do you personally draw the line on when to use Leppas? I kind of want to start using them to shunt Lickitung by Mahogany, but it feels kind of wasteful. You have to like surf through the water to go for Lickitung there, right? I would probably use Leppas there. Usually, if you have to go through like pretty much any amount of wild encounters to have to get to the location, it's probably a Leppa spot. If you have to like, because going through a single encounter is just so annoying in such a waste. Like if you have to, if you have to possibly tank a single encounter to get to the horde spot, I'd probably Leppa it most of the time. There are certain locations you could like repel hilariously and do that for free and spend way less Pokeyen on repels or whatever, versus I know like the lantern spot, you could do lantern in my opinion in Sootopolis City with like repels versus Leppas, because it's pretty close to a PC. It just, yeah, there's a little bit of running, but yeah, it's up to you. You could like kind of do some testing. Like you could technically ×5 horde for Litwick without Leppas, but it's pretty far from a PC. You have to like learn a really good route from the PC though, but it's possible. I don't think you have to do any single encounters. What is this long ass block copy pasta of misinformation. God damn it, guys. Patrouski is a Pokemon MMO 3D streamer slash YouTuber who is a large advocate of masturballing alphas, opening sealed product, and skipping gym reruns. He innovates the concept of buying high and selling low. Shut up, chat. Encourage players to consider their economic choices. His pastime activities include playing League of Legends, buying reward points, and answering PokeMMO questions. As there is not currently a source to answer beginner questions, there's none online. True. Shut up, chat. No, master balling. Shut up. Pat, do you prefer not to use themes because most of them are outdated, or just personal preference? Just personal preference. I haven't used a theme in a custom in a long time, but I did occasionally use them in the past because it's kind of fun to like shake things up, like freshen things up a little bit. It's honestly a good way to, like, as dumb as it sounds, like kind of help burnout a little bit if you're kind of sick of the way things look. Like environmental changes and visual changes can really help for sure. That's a great question, Clue. What was the amount of encounters I got my last 5 shinies at? I don't know off the top of my head. What were my last 5 shinies? The 3 Raticates. So the 3 Raticates and the Miltank, those are the last 4. And then before that was just... Actually, no, I do know the encounters. Okay, so the 5th shiny ago was Rampardos, which was 32,420 encounters. Keep in mind, I used Donator and Shiny Charm for all of that. So for every single encounter. So my rate was 1 out of 23,000. Well, I can't remember right now. 800? I can't remember. But it's round to that. So very, 8K whatever dry on that. Next was a Raticate at 69K encounters. Then was the second Raticate at 23K encounters. And then was the third Raticate at 37K, 38K encounters. And then there was the Miltank at 23K. So that was my last 5. No way some noob at Rocky Beach has an E-Storm. Yeah, look at this noob player. Ugh, I bet he's brand new to the game. Probably credit card Andy did, honestly. Unbelievable. Let's do one more trip in the Safari Zone. We'll have 3 minutes of charm left. Let's do the last 3 minutes in the Safari Zone. But I think after this, we'll go ahead and switch it up and go to a new location yet again. Any spooky shinies you want to get? I'm taking a break from Milton to do Litwick? Dude, hell yeah. Wait, you're a genius. Let's do Halloween shunts, fellas. Let me load up my shiny hunt list. Let's find a spooky shunt to do together. Okay, what's a spooky single hunt we can do? Shelter's orange. That's something. Mr. Mime's pretty spooky. These options are very funny. Remoraid, Delivered, Miltank, no. Pupitar, no. Breloom, Slackoth, Minun, Swallow Out This Dick, Carvana, Sharpedo. None of these are really spooky. I'm finding out I'm not a huge ghost type fan, so honestly it makes sense. Squirtle, Execute, Hitmonlee, Porygon. It's hitting hard. Like Litwick is, I kind of want to do Shelter is kind of a pumpkin. This is such a fucking stretch. Oh man. Hypno, definitely a scary mon. Yeah, I feel like I probably just do Shelter or something. I don't think I have a spooky. My once are not very spooky, man. In my ×5 hordes, I have some stuff. I have like Cofagrigus, like, Lickilicky's pretty terrifying. The big list. But I think Shelter. I kind of wish Pumpkaboo was in the game. I would definitely go for Pumpkaboo if that was in the game. Okay, people definitely know the answer to this. What's the best spot for Shelter? I'll do Shelter is one of the S tier shinies in Gen 1. In my Gen 1 shiny, I gave it S tier. Super Rod is common. Very common New Bark Town. Is Johto did it get new spots with Johto? I guess there was this spot. Let me know, chat. Ooh, Muna's kind of Halloween-y. I'll go for Shelter I'll make like Garbodor. There's some good ones to go for. Are Garbodor, Muna, Spiritomb. It's an egg hunt though, but honestly, it's a really cool one, obviously. I'll try to keep those in mind. Garbodor, Muna, Shelter. Maybe if I want to egg Spiritomb or something. Okay, let's go ahead and go for Duskull. I don't want to go for ×5 hordes right now. I don't want to do hordes. It's a horde one. Let's do some fishing here on Route 13 to see how many Shelters we get. There's a Shelter. I popped a lure. People are saying that this spot is 33% Shelter, like 30%. 1 out of 3 for Shelter. That's pretty good. And I saw a Love Disc is the other mon. What's the other? What else is here fishing? Obviously, this is the Staryu spot, but I'm here to fish. Okay, I'm here to go for Shelter. Krabby. Not a huge Krabby guy, but would not mind a Shiny Love Disc. Honestly, Shiny Love Disc is kind of cute. The gold heart. Definitely wouldn't mind that. Need one at some point. See, I think, okay, Here's my shiny tier list for this location. Number 1, I obviously want Shellder. Number 2, Love Disc. Number 3, Krabby. I really don't like Krabby, so I'm hoping I don't get that one, but Love Disc or Shellder would be a pretty sick shiny to see. Is there any move that Golurk can do to make it a dangerous hunt? I love shiny Golurk, one of my favorite, like most underrated shinies, and yes, there is. Golurk can use Curse as a ghost type, which like halves its HP. So the biggest thing is make sure not to like switch around. If you like switch around a bunch, if it curses, I think Curse can only be used on a Pokemon one time. So if you just like stay in, the lowest HP that Golurk's gonna go is 50% or whatever. But if you switch around Pokemon and allow it to curse multiple mons, it can kill itself. I recommend bringing a taunt lead with some moves that can actually hit it, because it's a ghost type. I was an idiot and brought a taunt Persian and I almost lost my Golurk, so don't do that dumb mistake like me. Oh, we got a Kuroshi charm. That's extra turbo. Good luck. Has 30 plus OT Shinies never failed one? Meanwhile, me with 1 shiny and 1 failed. I'm sorry to hear it, Tom. I mean, dude, I always say I probably should have lost like 3 of my shinies. I was stupid and unprepared for 2 of them. Golurk, I played terribly around Curse and let the shiny Golurk curse twice, bringing it down to 1% HP. That was really dumb. And then Hoppip, I didn't know it got Rage Powder or Memento. I was so dumb with Hoppip. I remember I single encountered for Hoppip for a long time, so I didn't realize, and I wasn't used to like Gen 4, Gen 5 plus movesets, so I didn't know. So I was unprepared for Hoppip and got lucky. I was unprepared for Golurk and just made mistakes. And then my Shuckle I caught on the 4th ball in the Safari Zone. So like I probably should have lost like 3 of my Mons, you know, 3 of my shinies, but I was very lucky on the catches at least so far. Yo, Pat, after tons of alt plays and 10 years of playing, how confident are you in being able to speedrun a region? The only region I'd be able to speedrun would probably be Kanto, maybe Unova. I played Kanto a lot. I would not speedrun. I couldn't speedrun like Hoenn and Sinnoh to like save my life. But like Kanto, I'd probably be decent with. I've done it a couple times up until like the 4th gym badge or so, or 3rd gym badge for different challenges. I did it for Road to a Shiny Pokemon from scratch, as well as 1 million Pokeon in 1 day from scratch. That reminds me, dude, recently I got a comment on my 1 million Pokeon from scratch or whatever in 1 day video, and the guy was like, this video sucks because it's not realistic, because not everybody can do it. And it's like, because he's like, we don't have 16 hours or 14 hours to play like you do. And it's like, dude, it's not supposed to be like the average thing everybody's capable of. It's just it's very cool that you're able to do it at all. The fact that the whole point of the video is like, the fact that you could make 1 million Pokeon in 1 day from fucking scratch is unbelievable. Like, that's really good. So that if I could do that, the average player could do it in like, you know, at least get 200K or whatever. Like, you know, like it's smartest YouTube commenter. Like, it's like watching a speed run and being like, this is not realistic because the average person. Yeah, of course, dude. But it means you could at least, I don't know, dude. It was so funny to me. It was supposed to be a challenge video. That's like the whole point. It was a good meme. I can't believe we're back in this discussion. We had like a 2-hour debate last time. Shiny MISDREAVUS and Mismagus were brought on screen. MISDREAVUS is green and Mismagus is yellow. I will say the sprite on screen is not perfect. It's a little more green in game, but someone said they're the same color. If you think that they're obviously similar, but if you think that this Mismagus looks the same as the same color, you're actually I'm sorry, you're colorblind. 100%. You're 1,000,000% colorblind. MISDREAVUS is green, okay? It's a green yellow, but it's predominantly green, and then Mismagus is hard yellow, okay? Let's put it against when you put it in front of the blue water, I think you really see it as well, okay? 100% correct information. MISDREAVUS green. That's that generation. Now let me also show you like this one as well. This is another great example. In different generations, they more predominantly show off the green. So for example, here, one sec. I'm losing encounters, but this is obviously more important. Is this the right? Hopefully this is the right PNG. But I'll leak something if it's not. Yep, that's not. Oh, never mind. That's Retro Pat. What was the image I saw? That's kind of funny. Anyways. This, okay? Look, this is way more green. This is green. Very clearly green. There's the Pogo sprite here. MISDREAVUS. Shiny. The Pogo sprite is super green. If we grab that really quick. Dude, this one. Dude, this one. You're telling me? Look, this is the Pogo. You're telling me that this is fucking shiny? This is on the pogoguide.com, okay? So you know it's official. This is crazy green. Unbelievably green. You're telling me... Dude, this shiny is green, okay? MISDREAVUS. Green shiny. MISDREAVUS. Piss yellow. Wait. Aspir is saying they went to fucking MS Paint to check the colors by pattern. The colors are different, but both Pokemon are in the green color spectrum. Okay, MISDREAVUS is not green. That's now I'm sus, but that's incredible. This guy's OT is Shikamaru the God. Good taste, man. Best Naruto character. Good taste, good taste. Wait, yeah, this is one of the coolest little like tricks that most even forget about this. Here, I'll get rid of my event list so you guys can see it. One of the funniest little quirks of PokeMMO is that if you try to type PokeOne like this in chat, it'll auto-correct it to PokeMMO, which is a really fucking little good little meme jab at the competitor. Kind of a good meme if you ask me. I'm gonna go do single encounters in Petalburg Woods for a little bit, just while I eat my lunch, while I eat my my soup with some extra chicken breast thrown in, or chicken thighs. Sorry. Head over to Hoenn, go to Petalburg Woods. Right, here we are. Let's see how the RNG hits today, fellas. If you were to start PokeMMO today and you wanted to participate in like the Halloween event, like upcoming events, today's the 16th as I'm recording. All you gotta do, man, is just get Kanto done. Just go finish. You could definitely do that in like 14 days, right? Way less, right? Get Kanto done. Get yourself like a level 100 Pokemon, maybe like 100k, 300k, whatever. Like, you don't need that much. Maybe a catching Breloom. Maybe, I don't know if you know if you'll need that. You could start like during the event day one, and if you actually play and like put in the work and effort, you could definitely get to doing the event in time. You may not be able to do everything or be able to buy everything, but you can definitely like earn money and make it good. Have fun as well. I'm gonna go shiny check the Alpha Linoon and probably kill it in the process, and then we'll go ahead and go back over to... Or did I already miss it? I think I might be gone. That's okay. Or is it over here? I'm in a bad spot. But yeah, I think I missed it. Okay. Then we're going to head over to... I want to go back over to Unova and go for Trubbish for a little bit. So ×3 hordes for a little bit. Dude, that's the most copium gambler shit I've ever seen. WizKey is in chat right now. I just opened 60 lucky red envelopes and didn't get anything. How expensive are those right now? He's like, yeah, I just opened 60 lucky reds. 370k a piece. Didn't get anything. Does anyone want to buy fireworks? The man's is trying to reclaim his fucking... I did the wrong math. Oh my god. How much did you spend on this? No. You didn't spend this much, right? No shot. You spent 22 mil and now you're trying to fucking sell fireworks from the top to the bottom in a heartbeat? No, come on. Don't tell me that's true. Don't gamble. Chat, everyone, viewers, please don't gamble. It's so bad. Okay, you'll end up selling fireworks. Oh my goodness. Pat, I sniped 4 2012 mons for 4k each a couple days ago. It was hype. Dude, that is incredible. There is some insane potential when it comes to 2012 snipes and flips, man. I think a lot of people are catching on more, but pretty cool to see. Do you know what a 2012 Charmander would be priced at? Dude, probably like at least over 10 mil, right? Because the meme is a 2012 Charmander is going to be worth way more than a Charizard. 150 mil is the cheapest. Oh my goodness. Because there's a lot more 2012 Charizards than there are Manders. Dude, I would list it for like 100 mil and just see if anybody bites. That is, see if some collector is really trying to finish off their, like... I would do, like, 50 to 100 mil. 2012 Charmanders are so rare. Because you had to get it as your starter, and then you had to not use your starter. Which, who did that back then? Nobody. No, like, so few people picked their starter in Pokemon and just didn't use it. That is some, like, really rare shit. I'm just switching around shunts at this spot, or at this point, a whole lot. 6 hours into the stream over at Whalmer until 8k encounters. I'll probably head back over to either the Trico spot or back to Bagon. We in the woods? I'd go Petalburg. Dude, Exceldor is such a cool Pokemon. I love this guy for having his... We can compare Shiny versus non-shiny. I love Celebi, man. Great Pokemon, great pick. Giga Brain. Sticky Hold Pokemon helps your fishing encounters. Wait, I love this guy's frog fit with his shiny Larvitar. Wait, that's an awesome... Bro's got crazy drip riz. I'm gonna go back to Bajon. I feel like I like shiny Bajon slash Salamence probably more than like any of the shinies in Petalburg Woods. Like Bajon slash Salamence is just so nostalgic to me because like this was like the rarest shiny in PokeMMO for a long time, like the most respected, rarest, like coolest guy. So the fact that it's like a 20% single encounter, still very hard and very rare, but like way more doable now, is very cool to me. I would not mind a shiny Solrock or a Lunatone here at all, honestly. I don't have either of them, so I honestly would not mind at all. Okay, I'm an idiot because I just said my outro and I do want to end stream, but I forgot to say it and record it. So for all the stream recap viewers, you guys just dodged the outro today. So there you go. You missed the YouTube spiel. I'm sure you're so sad about that. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. It was a great stream. A 6-hour stream, even. Crazy stuff. Fun times. Still no shinies, but we're at 8K encounters. Tomorrow, we'll fix that, okay? I'll see you guys later. Peace. Hey, thanks so much for watching till the very end of the video, and thanks to everybody whose name is on this list. You guys go above and beyond and allow me to make the content that I do. So thank you so much once again, and have a great day.